Okay, so you made the album with Butch Vig. How was he to work with? What's he like as a producer? 'Cause
Butch was really good to work with. He actually, what Butch's role was formerly, it was called executive producer was his role, and so that kind of meant that he helped us out, but wasn't really around all the time. And so it was nice for us to have that in the process, just because he was, sort of had one foot in and one foot out of the door, and kind of was able to give us some. I mean, he was involved in the process, but he was also able to give us some sort of outside perspective on it, and it was just it was great to get to know him, and it was really cool.
okay. 'Cause it was almost like a you self-produce, and he was just there to
Yeah, exactly.
blend in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, making this record, we felt like we still wanted to take advantage of hiring a producer, but we didn't want to. We didn't necessarily feel like we needed that person to be around all the time, but we still wanted, the fresh outside perspective to go to if we were stuck on something.
From his perspective, is there like a tune that he sort of really brought something to?
I think it was a big confidence booster that he wanted to work with us at all. I mean, like, he's made some really impressive records that are really influential. It was just having him involved kept a lot of other outside pressures away, because people just sort of left us alone because they knew that Butch Vig was involved in the record, so it enabled us to be to work more uninhibited, I think.
Yeah, so it was almost like a shield from.
Yeah,
It's not so much a producer as
it's like,
a safety net,
people would
force
ask,
field.
people would come, like, there might be like a label person that I mean, no one's gonna tell Butch Vig he's wrong. Like, no one's gonna tell Butch like that he doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, it's just it's just great. It's like,
Yeah, he also helped a lot because he's a drummer. He has a really good sense of like rhythm and kind of the foundations of the song in that sense, and so he helped out a lot in that regard, and was around for some of the drum tracking, which was cool. And yeah, but I mean, I think it's kind of a good example, like a good metaphor. It's like the safety net type thing, where it's just really, we're sort of doing our thing on our own, and Butch is really there to kind of just, give us that outside perspective, to let us know that we're on the right track. He was someone that we trusted. He was someone that if he had an opinion, we would listen, and I think you need that when you're in the studio, because you can encase yourself in this sort of bubble, and you end up with a certain kind of tunnel vision when you're making an album. And so for him, he really allowed us to kind of see the big picture sometimes.
But he didn't try and put any garbage robot sheen on it or anything like that.
No.
oh no, Butch is really respectful of where our vision for the song should go. He really was professional in that regard. I mean, really, for someone that, if anybody could walk into a room and command an ego, it should be him. But he really was very selfless about the process. Really encouraging us to be happy with it. It was like, he really didn't have it. He really brought no ego to the project, other than just that the performances we should feel like are our best.